Hey everybody, welcome to 3, 2, 1. It's the Let's Die podcast, his reserves guide to the apocalypse. I screwed up our own thing, but that's okay. My name's Bret. Welcome to episode whatever number this is. Rule number 40, vigilance in peace, victory in war. If you have a rule for a hiding deity guidebook, let us know on the twits at LetsDiePod. I'm Commander Bret. And this is my favorite podcast on the Citadel. Well, bang, okay? Chris and Zoe?
Yo.
Ew! How dare you, Zoe? So rude.
I said yo.
Oh, I thought you said ew.
No.
I thought you said
No.
ew.
That would have been funnier
Yeah,
though.
ew. I should have
Ew.
stuck with that.
How dare you? Like, I am a perfectly attractable person. Oh. Well, lady and gentlemen, how are we today? Zoe, let's start with you.
Ah, mate. How about you?
Oh, no one's ever asked before.
He
Chris.
doesn't know how to handle the
Okay,
question.
okay.
Like, what do I do?
I don't know.
Somebody
No
else
one's ever
know.
turned it back on me before. This is unprecedented. Unprecedented. Yup.
I know English. I can speak it.
I speak English. Chris, you're a guy. What's up?
No, last time I checked.
No, I don't
Not
know.
much.
I have questions about your humanity.
Well, humanity, yeah. I question it about myself, too.
Guys, let's take...
I have
He
any.
doesn't like Sex in the City. I think he can have his man card.
Yeah. Oh, man. Look, I'm going to assume direct control of this podcast, okay? And we're going to talk a little
if I
bit...
remember right, didn't you used to watch that show, Brett? I remember a conversation where you said you used to watch that.
No,
Huh?
ex-wife used to watch it. I might have watched one or two when she watched it. But
Yeah, sure.
I really don't know the
Uh,
first thing about it. Listen here, Chris. I will cut you.
Like how I
He was
turned
in
it on
love
him
with
there.
Mr. Big.
I will put little indoctrination beetles in your brain. We're talking about Mass Effect. Yay! It's a little game that I really had been pushing this episode back because I wanted you two to be on it because, quite frankly, all of my Mass Effect experiences have you two tied to it. So let's go around the table.
Shut the hell up about it.
Let's go around the table, the non-existent internet table that we're all sitting at in our brains,
I'm
and
laying down.
let's talk. Well, okay. Well, let's all lay down on the table together, hold one another closely.
Sounds hot.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. So, what's your thoughts on Mass Effect?
Was that directed at one of us singly or all of us or what?
I said Zoe.
No, I didn't hear the Zoe part.
I'm gonna start with a pretty one.
Oh, I see how it
Thank
is.
you.
There you go.
I think if I had to rank the games, it would probably be... It's weird because it's actually going to go in order of how they were released. It'd be 1, 2, and then 3 as far as my favorites because the first one had more RPG elements in it, and I thought it was better for that. The second one was a little quicker paced, which I liked, but it wasn't as much of an RPG. 3 kind of sort of bridged the gap there and did a little bit more of the RPG elements, but then, the infamous ending, not ending, then they did the ending, then people still complained, and...
Yeah. If anybody heard a loud slam during that was just Sovereign attempting to gain control of the podcast. I apologize. I thwarted him with my expert hacking skills. Chris, throwing
Yes.
the little ball of biotic god your way.
See, in my case, I like the second one. This is my favorite. I don't know why. I guess just because the whole Cerberus, suicide mission and all that. I just thought it was really awesome. It's kind of like, recruiting the best of the best, the badasses, and forming a crew and just, going off into the unknown. That was just my favorite, personally. Then after that, probably the first, because of the same reason Zoe said. The first one was the best as far as RPG elements, I think.
I think...
And last... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. For me, I would say number 3 is probably my favorite because solely, I'd say number 2 for the single player, obviously, but number 3 for the co-op stuff. I mean, God, I don't know how many hours we all dunked into that, but that's my favorite Mass Effect memories, is spending it with you two. Aw, and that's sweet.
Shucks.
Yeah.
I lost count, definitely.
Seriously,
the other two of you. I mean, I remember certain characters I liked playing as, and how we used to be able to do platinum, and then they screwed it up, and we couldn't do platinum anymore because they kept changing the maps.
Yeah.
And changing our hidey places.
Or making it balls hard just because, everybody kept saying it was too easy, and then it just got ridiculous.
Right.
With all the guests that just, spam, grenades everywhere. Yeah.
Well, the guests used to be the easiest one until they added those bombers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And microtransactions were still a relatively new thing, and bless my heart, I probably spent over $100. There's some poor gamer somewhere screaming at me, "You monster! This is your fault."
I don't think I spent 100, but I know I spent some money on it.
I spent some, but not much, because I tried to do it all with the in-game.
I think part of it was
I got most of my stuff with the in-game. Yeah.
My problem was during the beta or demo or whatever it was, when we met Ray or whatever, he had that sweet Black Widow sniper rifle, and I needed it. And those,
awesome.
Yes, you were trying to get it.
Those random drops, oh, I got the Black Widow, and oh, I got the Black Widow too, and I'm like, I haven't gotten it yet. What? Not even a little bit.
I feel sorry because Zoe knows we had a mutual friend who tried so hard to max out the Cerberus Harrier, and I got rank 2 or 3 of it just by luck, and she tried so hard.
Pretty quickly too.
Yeah,
she was not very thrilled about that.
Dude, the Harrier was sweet.
Real money on it. It was an awesome gun. It was my favorite rifle.
Those were my mains, the Harrier and the Black Widow.
My favorite gun was the Crusader.
Crusader was sweet.
Crusader was a good one. Yeah.
I wasn't very good with it, but
I used it for single player. I like the Valkyrie.
like a medium range sniper rifle with shotgun power.
There's something for sure that we can say though, is that I was a better sniper than Ray.
No.
I don't know.
How dare you, Zoe? How dare you? Might I remind you that you're my friend, okay? Supposed to have my back. Not fair. Not nice. Not cool.
You were better at rushing into the middle.
I think there is one thing that we can all agree on, though, that nobody was worse at using the tactical nuke than me.
Yeah. Oh, shit. To the running to the middle thing, it was very fun to zip in places. I definitely like mobility, running around like crazy. I did not like Infiltrator at all. I don't like hiding. I want to run around.
I didn't mind the Infiltrator, but it wasn't my favorite.
Infiltrator used to be my favorite, in the first Mass Effect game, the class, but then, they changed it. And,
I changed it too much to kind of nerf it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a Krogan who just bashed his brains out on enemies. That's all I wanted.
Krogan!
So
I remember being the one who always wound up having to pull the match out of my ass when you guys died.
Because I always was the first one down, and you had to come over and heal my ass, and
and Bret's off somewhere else fighting something.
Yeah, Bret's all by himself alone.
Headbutting a pyro or something somewhere.
But now you remember, conversely to our friend that I was talking about earlier, I was the one who kept wanting that damn Krogan soldier, and I didn't get it until almost till we stopped playing it. I finally got it to pop up, and I got it. But I wanted it so bad.
I remember. Yeah.
Well, so for the uninitiated, we probably should have started with this. Mass Effect is a RPG action third-person shooterish game that's sci-fi oriented. Check it out. Do that thing. But I feel like most people that would probably listen to the show have at least heard of Mass Effect. So
I was gonna say, most people would think would at least heard of it, even if they never played it.
Yeah.
It was kind of popular. Probably one of EA's best games.
Yeah. So we're a survival podcast, a jokey, terrible survival podcast, but a survival podcast nonetheless. There's a lot of things that survive in the Mass Effect universe. Oh boy. So, all right, Chris, we'll start with you. You're just going for a nice walk through the Eden Prime Spring. The birds are chirping, the alien butterflies are fluttering, and you come across a beacon that implants ancient alien memories into your brain. And then the Geth come at you. What do you do?
Get behind cover, get a rifle, and start shooting.
That's okay. All right. All right. Zoe, you've woken up in a collector base. What's the first thing you look for?
Well, if I don't got any kind of weapons or anything, I would imagine I'm gonna find one. So probably somewhere to hide until I can figure out what the fuck to do.
I would hope that the first thing that she'd be looking for is the exit.
Where's the shuttle?
Yeah, but I mean, generally, if you wake up in a collector base and you were just a random human, then you're in a fucking tube already. So
Yeah, that's trouble. I didn't give you a very easy one. I'm just pulling these
mine
off.
was easy. All I got is you find a beacon or whatever, and then guests start coming. What do you do?
Well, the Geth are interesting. I mean, if you check out our AI episode, but their network intelligence, the more they're clustered together, the smarter they are. So
You're really making me want to play the game again now.
do it.
and they don't like Windows.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't. It's a structural weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Mapping to consensus. Failed to update. Try again. Have you tried turning it off and back on? So the Geth, pretty self-explanatory. They're AI constructs and robot bodies. Blow them up. You know. Check out the AI episode with Aaliyah. And let's see, in 2 they showed off the collectors, which were these buggy guys that could fly and had energy weapons, and they had the swarm, which could paralyze you.
They used to be Protheans.
Yeah. That one's a lot more difficult just because they have the swarm that paralyzes everybody.
I was more annoyed by the husks that they kept throwing at you.
Yeah.
Well, the husks are technically reapers, are they not?
They are, but they were that one part on I forget the Horizon, wasn't it? Where you run into your old partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they kept like they would throw their version of the husks at you, and then that whole sequence was annoying.
Well, they're both in service to the Reapers, which are coming from dark space to gather up all the intelligent life and squish them into little goopy goops to make more Reapers. They're big
evil AI overlords.
They're big, giant space robot cuttlefish, and they want our goops.
They look like ticks.
They look
giant
like
ticks.
Conical tick squids with laser beams in their tentacles. There's a couple of them. I think they only named Sovereign and Harbinger. Is that right?
Yeah,
as far as I know,
main ones.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of them. Shoot, they were modeled after Leviathans, so I'm trying to think where I'm going for this, but they were gigantic. How are we going to survive a Reaper descending upon us? Ignore the collectors.
Let's be honest,
this is full-out invasion.
If they really invaded us the way they did in the game, there's no way we would survive.
Well, let's see. The first wave is husks, right?
You also got to remember indoctrination, too.
Right. That's if you're close to them, or in one, or whatever.
Remember, they infiltrate first and, try to indoctrinate. Then they send in, the army, basically.
Well, we'll get more into indoctrination here in a bit, but I meant like that first assault wave, which is usually husks or abominations or cannibals running in at you. Like, my first thought is to just get on the nearest ship and get the hell out. I mean, they just overwhelm you with sheer numbers and shoot you and maul you.
That's the only way you'd live, yeah.
Husks are like basically running zombies is what they are.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Running metal zombies.
They're a lot faster than the standard zombies, though, like you see on TV and stuff, though. Because they run at you.
What was the one, the big floaty guy that was like a whole bunch of people fused together? Floaty face fuck.
Oh, God. Scion?
No. Was it Praetorian?
No, it was the Praetorian.
Yeah.
Praetorian was a big dude.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Dude. I think it was a Scion, but I could be wrong.
It's floaty face fuck. Oh, Scion was like an abomination, basically. Like, it had a big thing on its back, and it could shoot through cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was the multiple people together, but I could be wrong.
Oh, you know what? You're right. The Scions were like 3 people put together, but Praetorians were like 20 people pushed together, and it was like a floaty jellyfish thing.
Yeah.
Sort of.
There were many different kinds. It's kind of hard to remember all of them.
It's all pretty terrible. But none more terrible than the Banshee.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Yes.
Reminds me of a couple of ex-girlfriends.
oh man, you got some interesting taste in women. The Banshees were indoctrinated, sorry, and as soon as like they appeared in like, as soon as they appeared on the map, you fucking knew it. I'm gonna pull up the screen.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's going to give me nightmares.
Here we go. Maybe. Come on, internet. Mapping to consensus.
Yep. When you heard that sound, you knew to start firing, or else, if they got close to you, run, because they would instantly kill you.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Pretty awful. This is gonna make me want to play the game again
range,
too.
they just got. Yeah, I know, right? I almost got. I'm on the last playthrough of Mass Effect 1 right now on my PC.
Like I went back to try and play Numero Uno. I went back and tried to play Numero Uno for.
It's hard because it's kind of boring compared to the other two, but I don't know. I think it's just a control scheme. Just because it's just kind of.
It's a lot clunkier than 2 or 3. It's really hard to go back to it. I tried to play it to get ready for Andromeda, but. So you both beat Andromeda, right? Or.
Yeah. I think out of the three of us, I think I'm the only one that got 100% because I actually did go through and do everything.
I lost the disc.
Oh.
I still have my disc somewhere.
I don't know.
Once I hook up my Xbox One X or whatever, I'm gonna, play it again.
I don't even remember what planet I was on. It was a little disappointing, that game, but
either.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I think too many people were just expecting too much of it, and they probably should have.
Because there's no way it was going to be any better than the original trilogy. People were just, crazy if they thought that it was going to be. Because
I thought the facial animations were derpy, but like honestly, I mean, Skyrim, you could fly 100 feet in the air, and people were like, "I love this game," but then Mass Effect has a derp face, and people flip the fuck out.
So that's because your face was tired.
It's a real double standard. But it probably could have used another 6 months of development, but I didn't think it was that bad.
Definitely.
There's one difference with that, though, is that with Bethesda games, Bethesda allows the community to fix their problems. EA does not allow people to mod their games very easily.
That's on EA, though, not BioWare. I mean, I'm not blaming...
No, it's not BioWare's fault.
I'm sure BioWare will probably be like, hey, we could technically throw this out there, but we could probably use another 3 to 6 months on working on fixing these things, but no.
Well, and I think half of them, they got split up, like half of them were working on Anthem at the time anyway, at least from what I heard on the internet. Then again, I know you don't trust everything you read.
Who knows?
But it was my understanding, though, that they were trying to do, like, both at the same time, so they split them up. And one half of the team is doing Mass Effect, the other half is doing Anthem. Instead of just like focusing, the whole team on, Andromeda and then doing Anthem.
And as of this episode, Anthem hasn't come out, but by the time this episode does come out, Anthem will be out. And if we can make an episode about it, we will. I know Jasmine's been really excited about Anthem. I played the demo.
I am broke as shit, so.
Well, I got it for free.
It's interesting, but I don't know. Yeah. Wait, how'd you get it for free?
My sister bought it.
You know somebody who knows somebody? Oh, okay.
Our systems are linked.
I gotcha.
Oh, so she bought it digitally?
Yeah, and I played the demo, and I'll just say, like, moving around in the world and stuff, and the combat is just redonkulous fun. Like, I'm skeptical about some things, but it's just so much fun just to fly around. I really, like, it should be Iron Man the game. That's what it needs to be.
I'll probably wait, for a month or so until like the reviews come out before I play it.
Yeah.
IGN, I believe Destructo gave it a 7. I don't know what IGN gave it because I didn't look, but there's reviews out of it as of right now.
Well, I heard before, like there was a pre-build, but then the day one patch.
Day one patch is going to be big.
It's going to be real big and change a lot of things. So. Chances are a lot of those impressions might not be entirely true after that. Oh, shoot, guys. What else we got on deck here? We don't have a lot of survival stuff out there, man. There's really not a whole lot you can do unless you're Commander Shepard.
Yeah, well, Commander Shepard, he doesn't need anything else. He's the badass, ultimate, like, half cyborg, half biotic, half human, whatever.
I do have a question for both of you, though. Okay. Zoe, let's start with you. If you could have anybody in your Suicide Squad, who would it be? Go.
Like normal size squad or the whole team?
Well, let's just pick 3 people.
Okay. Garrus. Let's see, who else?
You can go outside of Mass Effect.
Oh. Okay.
Batman. Batman.
No, not Batman.
Tony Stark. Why am I doing this voice? Thanos.
I really don't know.
Batman!
Just video game characters or any kind of character?
Who cares? This is a fun show.
Okay.
I'm not policing
Just
your
made
content.
it harder for me.
We'll get to you.
I think you're giving too many options to this, but
Yes.
So we go Garrus, fucking Booker DeWitt, and let's see who else. Let's do the last one. Silence would be the last one.
Silence is the last one. Hush.
You're weird, dude. We'll just say Simon Belmont.
Simon Belmont. That's an interesting pick.
Yeah.
What can you walk us through those a little bit?
If there's a apocalypse with demons and vampires, we'll know what to do.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair point. And at least his name isn't Dracula backwards.
Right.
Chris, give it to me.
Well,
Give
what I
it
was
to
gonna
me,
say,
baby.
before you mixed it up on me, I thought you were going to be saying within the Mass Effect universe. I was going to say Garrus, Rex, and then Jack. That's probably who my team would be because, that's a badass team.
That's a good choice.
But now, let's see. If he said I can take anybody, that's hard. I definitely would take Batman because, Batman.
Batman?
Batman breaks the universe.
Batman?
The Hulk, and Batman. Who else? Who's our last one?
The
Batman
Hulk.
riding the Hulk.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Optimus Prime, probably.
Oh, hey. Wait.
I thought about putting Prime in there, but I'm like, that's kind of cheating because he's a giant fucking robot.
Hey, he said there's no limits.
Hey, the Geth would worship him as a god.
They would. There you go. War over.
Until Megatron got there and screwed with his darkness.
I would take, in my crew, I would take you two and a Black Widow person made out of Black Widow sniper rifles.
Okay.
And I would
You
win.
really love that gun, don't you?
It's just the funniest thing that I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, let's see. Serious answer? Let's see.
Ray equipped with the Black Widow.
No. Ray's already dead. Ray's already just a husk under my boot. I've crushed him.
Poor Ray. I hope he's watching this, or will.
Watching this. I hope he's watching his phone filled with fury. Just rage. Like, I can't believe it. Ray, I whipped your ass in the demo. I whipped your ass in all statistical categories. And you'll never be on this podcast to contend those facts. So deal with it.
It's okay, Ray. Zoe and I know the truth.
No, they don't. Their memory is skewed. Can't be trusted. Let's see. I would go with probably in the Mass Effect universe. I would also go Rex. Oh, probably Jack also. And
Jack is scary. That's why I'm just turning her loose on, whatever I'm fighting.
Oh, I love Jack. She's great. I'd probably go Tali, just because I love Tali.
Yeah, she's smart. Yeah, and
I would have been surprised if you didn't choose Tali.
Yeah, well, Garrus it's hard to leave Garrus out of anything.
I know.
He's
Garrus
your
is my bro. He's my boy.
Oh,
He's like Roshep's BFF.
Garrus, Jack, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
I
could,
like Jack's haircuts. I like
Okay,
it. He doesn't give a
now
fuck.
wait. I know what you haven't asked yet, Brett, which I'm kind of surprised you haven't, because you probably just hadn't thought of it. But aren't you going to ask us who our favorite romance would be? You know.
that is a great question that I hadn't thought of, but let's do it. Chris,
Everybody always, thinks of that.
Chris, who you banging?
I think it's more like who aren't I banging, but I would say.
Oh my gosh, listen
probably
to you.
Either, yeah, I would probably say either Miranda or Liara.
You need to expand your horizons, son.
Well, like I said, I've kind of banged all of them, so it doesn't really matter.
Tali or Jack for me.
Yeah, Tally is just like she's just so adorable. I mean, she
Yeah,
wins
you got to work with it for her, but Jack is interesting because you can just have a nice
She
romp.
does have an interesting story, I have to admit. I was
Or if you
surprised
break
because-
through that hard outer shell, she's just a person
Yeah.
like everybody else, and she's a deep character.
Because when I first saw her in the game, and like when I first started playing with her, yeah, like I just kind of figured, oh, she's just gonna be shallow and just there's nothing there. But she did surprise me. I have to admit.
One thing that BioWare knows, it's how to make compelling characters.
Yep.
Not villains, though, apparently. Man, they're struggling in that department.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so is Marvel.
Yeah. Zoe, who you banging?
So, if we're just talking banging, it'd be Liara, but if we're talking about actual relationship where you actually invest more into it, I'd say Jack. Because there's more there. I mean, Liara,
Yeah,
you can have more there, but it also
Liara would definitely be my relationship material, and Miranda would definitely be just a bang.
it just feels really easy with Liara, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know about Liara, because she becomes the shadow broker, and then you got to look over your shoulder like, man, I better
Hey,
do
but
those
that's
dishes. I better do those
No, that's
dishes
true.
before she gets me.
That
Do-
is a good point.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't seem like anything changes between you and
You'd be
her.
carrying her a sorry
Coming
purse
for you
everywhere.
to Sony.
We got to give some love to the fellas. What about Cade and Lenko?
It's too early.
People love
No.
Caden. I've seen
Yeah,
it
it's
on
too early.
DeviantArt.
Like, I
first
think
game,
the first
he was-
time I
he
played
was
the game,
awesome.
I romanced Ashley, but she's racist, so
Yeah.
no.
She's
I liked Caden in the first game, but then after the first one, he just kind of went downhill. And by the third game, he was just no. No.
I romanced Ashley for the most part in the first game, and in the third game,
Uh-huh.
she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You with me or Tali?" And I'm like, "Later."
Yeah,
I was like,
goodbye.
"Bye, bitch." You can't break
Yeah.
Tali's heart. Just can't do it.
Yeah.
But also, Tyler's the only one that, doesn't betray you.
Yeah.
You can kind of, I don't know if you knew that or not, Zoe, because I don't know how much you played with it, but like if you had really high persuasion and Paragon points, you could actually kind of persuade Ashley to like not be so racist. But yeah,
No, I know you can, but still.
yeah, it's still just the fact that but if you think about it, you can kind of understand why she is that way, considering her the Turians and her grandfather and what happened to him and all that. Not saying it's right, and that I agree with it.
I thought
but
it was weird
kinda
she wanted to build a wall around the galaxy myself.
I thought that was weird, too. Especially since walls just really wouldn't work when there's ships and spaceships and shit. It just seems weird.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got. You guys got anything else? Chris, what an excellent contribution, knowing how horny you are. We appreciate you sharing.
Not like you didn't already know that.
Have either of you split up so badly on the suicide mission that, like, almost everybody dies?
No. I actually pretty much every time I play, everybody lives because I know what missions to trigger and what orders to do it all in, so that like everybody lives,
Yeah.
including the crew, because like you can actually some of the crew will die off if you take too long, but if you know where the point of no return is and you do all the side missions up into that, then you can just rush through it and save all of them.
Yeah. My first playthrough, the whole crew died.
Now, the first time I played, I probably lost one or two. I don't remember, of the normal crew, but I'm pretty sure I saved all of my, my main party members. at
Poor
least.
Kelly Chambers. All my main party members live,
Yes,
but I lost poor Kelly, and I miss her.
poor Kelly.
I think I lost Kelly the first time, too, but I was able to save
She took such good care of my fish.
And she was great at distributing emails.
Yes, she was.
And did she know how to dance?
Hyper-focused on dental care.
What's that?
I said, and she wasn't hyper-focused on dental care.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. Who was that? It's Tamara or whatever the hell her name is, and the third one. She spent like 5,000 or whatever. I know, but I'm saying she spent like 5,000 credits on a toothbrush, and Shepard's like, yeah, we're just gonna forget that.
All right, well, people out there, don't forget your 5,000 credit toothbrushes. Take care of your teeth, especially in the future when we're running from our robot overlords.
That toothbrush better.
Biotics to brush your teeth for you, so you don't even have to, you can do
True.
most of your hands.
But at that kind of price, though, that toothbrush better give me a dinner in the show too, as well as brushing my teeth, because
I better get a fucking girlfriend after that for the price of that cost. Still single. If you want to be my girlfriend, send me an email at LetsDiePod@gmail.com. If you want to tell me how undesirable my voice sounds, do it that as well. Next 10 people will leave us a rating and review on the, what is it, iTunes? Yep, that thing. Send me a screenshot on Twitter or whatever. I'll send you a sticker. And we got a Redbubble store. It's in the description. Blah, 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 blah. Chris, you got anything else before we go?
Not that I can think of.
Think.
We should totally call that line and tell you how undesirable you are.
Yes. We should do that.
Zoe
Zoe and I will do it together.
Oh, speaking of doing things together, hold that thought. Zoe, you got any final parting words for us?
I think that, anybody who hasn't taken the time to play this game, they really should. As far as
They should.
the emotional depth of the games, it's not quite to the level of Life is Strange, but the characters are. And,
Now that you just mentioned
one of my
that,
favorite things in video games.
You just had to mention that because, now he's going to tell me, hey, Chris, you got to finish playing Life is Strange.
Hey, Chris, you got to finish Life is Strange.
I knew you got to finish Life is Strange.
He would have done it if I hadn't brought it up
You
already.
got to finish Life is
Every day
Strange.
now, you need to send a text message. The first thing we say to Chris every day is, hey, Chris, you need to finish Life is Strange.
Chris, you need to finish Life is Strange. Yeah, we're going to do
I don't
that.
have any excuse anymore anyway because he actually got them for me on my Xbox. I just need to... I'm still cleaning up, moving some shit around in my room, from the remodel. I need to, get everything set up so that I can hook up my Xbox and actually play it.
So, check out the Life is Strange episode if it's out by... I think it comes out before this one. Almost, 100% certain. It's gonna. I just don't know exactly when. We're in the... Look, it's time travel, all right? We're recording this in the future. Don't know when it's coming out, but it will eventually.
Wow. We're in the future.
We are in the future. So this is future us going to say, hey, if we're gonna die, let's die. Say it with me. Together. Oh my god. Ba-dum-bum.
Is that a rifle that shoots the veneers out?
I want to get a rifle that
A
shoots...
shotgun that fires thresher malls. Isn't that what Joker said?
Fucking Rex wanted, wasn't it?
I was going to say a Black Widow
I thought
that shoots Black Widows.
Hey, either one works.
Like the spiders?
Yeah, the spiders, and then when they bite you, they inject venom that is little Black Widow rifles that shoot you from inside your blood.
There you go.
That's
Glad we got that
a
out.
little bit.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what?
Our episode comes out, or your first episode comes out. Burp, 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 dirt. Hang on, I'll tell you. Because I think it's pretty close here. It's going to come out.
You said it was going to be either late February or early March, and it's pretty much late February now, early March almost.
Yes, it's going to come out on the 1st, I think.
All right.
Well, I need to think about it. Because what is tomorrow? 22nd? It might come out tomorrow.
Oh my. I'll have to listen to it.
Oh, jeez, thanks. Conceited fuck. The only one you listen to is the one you're in.
I probably won't want to listen to it because then I'll be all awkward and just hear my voice.
The only one I have a time limit on is the March Madness on, so that one will probably come out on the 1st of March. So I'll probably push Bird Box. Probably go ahead and come out with
I haven't watched that yet. I see it on Netflix, and people keep talking about it, but I haven't seen it.
You can watch it and then watch our show. Or listen to our show. It's a listening show.
Yes. Have you guys watched that show? Is it good?
It's very good.
Bird Box, I mean.
I liked it a lot.
I'll have to give it a try.
What's
I might
in the
even watch
bird
it
box?
tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably push.
What's in the box?
I'll probably push Bird Box. Probably go ahead and come out with Transformers. And then after that, it'll be March Madness, and then it'll be Bird Box, and then I think. Hang on, let me check the order here because I'm way in the future, which is what I like. I like having episodes canned because last season it was a mad dash to get stuff done on time. So Podcast in Disguise, then March Madness Marriage Management, and then I got Bird Box, Annihilation, Bandersnatch, Life is Strange. Life is Strange will probably come out in between. I'll probably do Bird Box after March Madness, then Life is Strange, then Annihilation. Or maybe vice versa. I don't know. I gotta think about it. Guys, this stuff is hard.
Unlike your dick.
Unlike that,
Ouch.
yes.
Well, I mean, currently your dick isn't hard. That's not an ouch thing to say.
So mean and hurtful.
How do you know, Zoe? Are you there?
Because my voice turns him off.
My God. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We only got 5 episodes left to record, and we're done. God damn. I'm recording one tomorrow.
What's it about?
Spiders.
If you ever do one on snakes, you should let Angie know.
I don't know a lot about snakes.
Angie does. Yeah, she can take the whole show.
She knows a pretty good amount about spiders, too.
Well, the spiders is, well, I own a tarantula, and it's my ex-girlfriend. She's called the Spider Lady, and she's also like a big fancy veterinarian, so it'll be fun to have her on the show. We actually were going to do it last year, and shit happened. Anyway, then next week we got something that I don't want to spoil.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Secret.
It's a secret. Well, you guys know already. Be there or be square. Oh, we forgot to say bye.
I'm confused.
Bye.
Oh well. Bye.